life and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And we're underway at Hard Rock. Washington now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. Solo left Zion. Solo left.
They'll start the drive with Achan. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Tua off the play fake. Rolling out to his left. He's got Smith. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked by T.J. Edwards. And the Bears get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next? Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Working from the gun, Williams. Forced out to his right. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Third down, here's Williams. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears parlay the interception into points. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Tua out of the pistol. That's caught, Devon Achan. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 1. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Third down run from Achane. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Talk on three, kick.
First down, here's Tua. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Completes this one to Braxton Berrios. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They will not get another play off. We're at the end of one. 7-0 is our score. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll only need a few inches here on third down. Trying to pick it up here with Achane. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Go ahead.
First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Second down carry for Achane. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Going play action, Tagovailoa. Achane reels it in. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Hit made by T.J. Edwards.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Ready.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. It's the Dolphins, who have 2nd and 4.
Go ahead.
From the 21. Finds his man Waddle. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Trying to run it in, Achane. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. The Bears decide to call their first timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
It's 2nd and goal.
Ready, shot. Out.
Oh, Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he gets in, touchdown. The Dolphins earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Wow, how about the timing on that call? They catch him off guard, and it's an easy score on that wide receiver run.
That's exactly right. They crossed up the defense there, busted some tendencies. What a great call, and what great vision as a ball carrier. You don't always see that from wide receivers. That is a job well done.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Catch made by Carter. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
1st and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That's complete, Cole Kmet. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Timeout Chicago, it uses its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. That throw finds Kmet.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Now here's Williams. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. He was working Keenan Allen's way there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
On 4th down, it's Williams. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. He lobs it deep middle. Oh, he nearly reeled that in, as close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off, Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins are tackled after a stellar return. Following the interception, they're going to take over at their 40.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody
Brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Ready.
Two now from the gun. Catch is made in close. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. The nose of the football inside the one.
44.
Here's second and goal.
Turbo one. Hut.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take the lead just before halftime. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to drop plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanders all set to send it away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Sanders all set to send it away. Return starts from the goal line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Swift to start the drive. Along the right sideline, there's space. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears cut into the lead coming out of halftime. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears tie things up at 14. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Get set.
They send the tight end in motion. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Get set. Go ahead. Cover 2.
Tua off the play fake. Near the sideline, Waddle's got it. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 40. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua again. This one finds burials. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Ready. Funny TX. Out.
1st down from the red zone. Able to find Achane. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Ready. Turbo 1 high. Turbo 1 high. Ready, set.
Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanders all set to send it away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Finds his target, Allen. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw by Williams. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Williams to throw on first. Throw reeled in by Allen. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. A touchdown aside in that frame as the drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Williams set to pass. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears now trail by just a point in the 4th. DJ Moore, the touchdown. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Get set. Out.
Running left, here's A-Chain. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Hey, get set.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw. Has a man, it's A-Chan. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
A-Chan, a 1st down carry. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, ready.
Hauled in by Waddle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
All right.
He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Brought in close to the 8. And in for the Miami touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanders all set to send it away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Catch made by Allen. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Setting up to pass. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Here he is to throw. He's got it deep downfield. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Swift will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. He has it on the QB sneak. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. 3 straight runs, stop short of the end zone. And now what do they do on 4th and goal?
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a third down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And he brings it in. Touchdown! And a big decision coming up for him now. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. So after thinking it over, they're lining up for 2. All or nothing, they'll run it. And he's going to run in for 2. Oh, they gambled the entire game on that call. And now they're in line for the win. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Good.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Trying to push it deep downfield. Big shot is hauled in. Feet are inbounds. Oh, what a play! It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. A lot of for Jason Sanders. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Let's go. 19, Pioneer. 7 Pirates, 19 tight, 19 tight. Trap 60, trap 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Warriors, 70. Mustang 19.
First down, Williams. Pulled in by Allen on the sideline. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
It has the distance, and it's on target. It's good! And they've taken back the lead. So the Bears take this one on the road. And it took everybody at the end. First to set up that field goal, and then for him to go out and win it with that accurate kick. It wasn't a dominating win by any means, partner, but a great show of resiliency to fight back and steal it away. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bears winners, as we say so long from Miami.